So this last one, we're going to have to hit really quickly because I got to go. Wait, let me share this. This last one comes to us from the Wall Street Journal and reposted by, what's this other? Daily Rolls? I don't know what that is.
I know. Too.
Let's just get to the meat of the article is still the same as what it is on Wall Street Journal, but there's no pop-up telling me to turn off my ad blockers. Residential trade is bracing for a problem with commissions charged by the gross sales brokers that would put downward strain on charges paid by dwelling consumers and sellers. So this is basically the first whole half of this article talks about what we've already talked about. The NAR says that the present fee construction additionally encourages extra competitors by giving all individuals in native multiple listing service companies equal entry to info on obtainable properties. Basically, the NAR is committed to advancing and defending independent and local brokerage organizations that provide for greater economic opportunity and equity for small businesses and consumers, including first-time, low, and middle-income buyers. That was Katie Johnson, who's the NAR's normal counsel. I wanted to address this article because it's been mentioned several times, but honestly, this is more of, it seems a bit more like an opinion piece. Dan, did you have time to read through this whole thing? It's basically a summation of everything that's happening with the FTC and with DOJ, and it kind of puts some of those pieces together and talks about it. But there's really no conclusion, and it doesn't talk about how realtors are gearing up to save their commission.
Right.
It's essentially just using the press release that NAR gave out earlier. So the whole reason I wanted to talk about this article was not even to address the points that are made by the article, because there really aren't any. It's more or less to address real estate agents who look at this article and go, oh no, we have to protect our commissions. What do we have to do? And you read through this and you can just get all kind of worried, but they're just restating everything that's already happened. I didn't find it. Did you find anything new in this one?
No, at the end, it does say plaintiffs' allegations plausibly show that the buyer broker commission rules prevent effective negotiation over commission rates and cause an artificial inflation of buyer broker commission rates. But it doesn't ever say how we're gearing up or how we're going to fight it. It's just, I think,
that's basically from that there it is. U.S. District Judge Andrea Wood in Illinois sided with the plaintiff dwelling. So we've already talked about that.
Right.
So real estate
agents, and we remember we did add to it. Now the buyer's agent commission is transparent. It's on all those websites now, right? What the buyer's agent is making too.
So real estate agents, if you look at this stuff, don't get worried because the Wall Street Journal releases an article about this and you think it's saying something you don't know. If you watch our show, you already know everything in that article that there is to know. And you already know how to talk about it, how to talk intelligently on what's going on. You already know how to talk about those that would be impacted negatively, who deserve representation and who deserve a professional negotiating on their behalf that then wouldn't be able to afford it. So the value of the real estate agent is not in listing a property on the MLS. It is not in sticking a sign in the yard, and it is not processing offers. That's not the value of a real estate agent. It's in you mastering your craft to perfect and know exactly what's going to happen through the process so that you can prepare both the buyer and the seller. It's so that you can help the seller achieve what they want to achieve, the buyer achieve their dream of home ownership. And it's all about working for them and not just being somebody that processes paperwork or sticks a sign in the yard or sticks a listing on the MLS. If that's your value, I think you'll be slowly worked out of the entire industry. As a matter of fact, some other articles that we didn't cover because it's a little bit old news. Showing Time talked about how they processed over 120,000 articles in their, or 120,000 offers in their offering system. Agents were doing that to process those offers, but then people are like, oh, it's going to replace agents. So there's all kinds of things out there to replace the base level agent who's only listing a house in the MLS, putting a sign in the yard, and then just processing paperwork. That's not your value. And for that, you should probably be paid less. So I think it's time to get very clear on what your value is as an individual real estate agent, what your unique value proposition is, so that you can clearly explain your value and then you can charge whatever you want to, and people will pay it. So Jonathan Pyron says VA doesn't allow buyer
So,
deferral. Talking about that.
so what are you going to do? Change the entire VA structure?
Yeah, D Jones says preach.
And then the Salt Lakers leaving with a cliffhanger.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
there you
all
go.
about the commission. Yeah,
They were typing.
obviously they were trying to type that out, and it probably kept spell checking them on it.
Yeah, capital C space capital O
Yeah.
space capital M
crap.
for
And then they
for you
actually
on Clubhouse.
hit a period on there.